All right, one more day. Transformations, and you'll be ready for the quiz. So really we're doing the same thing we did yesterday, only now you're just writing everything yourself. So we look at the graph, we determine what type of function it is, where's the vertex, and then what transformations happen to it. So if we see a U shape that is quadratic, if we want the vertex, remember we want either the top or the bottom point. So that's right here. So we'd say our vertex is at +2, -3. And then here's the important part in case you see it tomorrow on a quiz. If the vertex is 2, -3, we would say that h equals 2. That's important. Also important, but not as important as knowing that h equals 2 if that's our vertex. But k would equal -3. Okay? So whatever the x value of your vertex point, that is your h value. I would keep that in mind for tomorrow. Okay, so we got the vertex. We know what type of function it is. So what happened to it? So it's pointing downwards. So we can say this was flipped or reflected over the x-axis. We see it going, remember we always, and someone asked about this because they didn't recognize what the parent functions were. When we talk about shifting it left, right, up, and down, we're always comparing our vertex point back to the origin, because the vertex of the parent function will always be at 0, 0. So from 0, we see it shifted to the right. Oof, I don't know what happened there. Okay, shifted right, and then we also see that it has moved down. So you can say it has shifted. Yeah, there you go. Don't worry about stretch or compression. You won't see that for any of these. So really we're just looking, is it reflected and which way is it shifted? And also, can you identify what type of function it is? So remember, quadratic looks like a U. I'll just give you some free answers here. A square root kind of looks like this. It's half of a curve, but instead of going up and down, it's going to point out to the right-hand side. Remember an absolute function? I guess I could write this down. This is square root. In case you can't see where I'm pointing. So that's a square root. If you see this V shape, that is absolute. Is there a linear one? No. No linear functions today. If we did have a linear function, just for giggles, our linear function is just a straight line. But you won't see that today. So it's either going to be quadratic, and it's going to be a curve, or it'll be a square root, or it's half a curve pointing off to the right-hand side, or a V-shaped absolute function. Okay, not too bad. Good luck, take your time, and then study your old stuff for a quiz tomorrow. Spoilers.